Hey guys, so yesterday I watched Creed, and I was going to do this review yesterday before Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, by the way, everyone. But I'm feeling kind of under the weather. I think I might be coming down with a cold, but I got some Mucinex. I'm going to do this. So, Creed, what's this about? Well, it is a Rocky spinoff. This is the son of Apollo Creed in this movie, and he goes after the name Adonis Johnson, his mother's maiden name, because he doesn't want to be connected to his father's name, but he wants to be a fighter. So the story is that you have Adonis Creed, who he starts off the movie as a kid, and he's going basically from foster home to foster home to foster home, in between spurts where he's just in juvie. And then Apollo Creed's wife takes him in as her own son, gets him this white collar job, or so it was implied, I felt anyway, and he's going down on weekends to Mexico from Los Angeles where he works, and he's participating in what's basically backroom brawls in these bars. And then one day he gets this promotion, and he knows he's supposed to feel very grateful and very happy about it, and instead he just doesn't feel it. And so he quits his job and moves out to Philadelphia, where he tries to enlist the aid of Sylvester Stallone as Rocky Balboa. And Rocky at first is like, dude, that was a long time ago. That was years ago. I can't help you. And then Michael B. Jordan's like, I am Apollo Creed's son. You are like family to me. You are basically my uncle. You have to help me. And Rocky says, yeah, no, that was still like a really long time ago, dude. And so Michael B. Jordan, he starts training at this other gym, and, he's trying to be the best he can, but he realizes without a trainer, he just can't get there. So he goes back to Stallone, he's like, train me. And Stallone's like, still no. And he's like, train me. And Rocky's still like, yeah, no. And then he's like, train me. And Stallone's like, fine, but if I'm going to train you, you are going to be the best. Not 1 cent less. And so they start training. And after a little while, Michael B. Jordan gets enlisted in this fight with one of the best fighters in Philadelphia. And everyone's like, oh, Adonis Johnson? No one's heard of him. Yeah, ooh, he's from Hollywood. Blah. He's not going to win. He's not even going to be able to measure up. And then he wins. And that's basically the first third of the movie. I'm not spoiling the whole movie there. Chill out, everybody. I'm not going to do that. But that's the first third. And after that, things do get a little bit ridiculous, as I know Rocky movies do. The premise is, there's this champion who, he is going to have one more fight. And everyone finds out that Michael B. Jordan is the son of Apollo Creed. And so this champion decides, all right, I'll take on the son of Apollo Creed. And that's the main story. One of the things I have to say is, one of the Rocky-isms, the most popular probably, is the montage. And there's a lot of montages in this film. I think there were 4. I don't know. I'm suffering from a cold. I'm on Mucinex. This movie probably had unicorns in it. I don't know. But there was like 4 montages. All of them were good. The first 2 were kind of more funny than dramatic, but all of them were good, and it has all the classic Rockyisms. What stood out to me was the acting, specifically the chemistry between actors. Michael B. Jordan plays this character who just kind of needs someone to believe in him. He needs someone who feels that he can be a fighter. And Rocky is this person who's very depressed. He's kind of given up. He's not the fighter that everyone loves anymore. I mean, never even watched the movies, and I love Rocky. And he's just kind of given up. Tessa Thompson plays Bianca. Bianca, no last name because the writers were lazy. But she does a very good job. The chemistry between her and Michael B. Jordan, she's the love interest. That's really good. I mean, Michael B. Jordan in this movie proves that he is a solid actor. And it's just a very good film. One of my favorite things was, the thing with Stallone needing the character of Michael B. Jordan, they both need some amount of family to just keep going on. And Tessa Thompson as Bianca, she's a musician who has progressive hearing loss. And this one scene exists where, Michael B. Jordan has an education due to his, adopted mother, and he doesn't have to be a fighter. And Bianca doesn't have to be a musician. They both have reasons for not doing it. He has an education and she's slowly going deaf. So it doesn't make sense for him to be a fighter and it doesn't make sense for her to be a musician. And there's this one scene where they just ask each other, why? Why are you a fighter? You don't have to be. Why are you a musician? You don't have to be. And they both just say, because I love it. And there was a lot of heartfelt moments in this movie. This was a very good dramatic piece. I expect Stallone to get an Oscar nomination. I mean, I don't think he's going to win. There's going to be another movie that edges him out. What would I say bad about this movie? Well, first off, what would I say that was surprisingly good? This movie had a lot of comedic elements that got me chuckling. I mean, this isn't like a comedy at all. Don't get me wrong. This is definitely a straight-up drama. But you really connected with these characters because a lot of times they can be pretty funny. The only thing I would say bad about this is if you're going into this movie expecting pretty much a sports movie, there's not a lot of boxing. There's maybe 25 minutes of boxing. It's not a sports movie. This is a drama. Other than that, Adonis Creed sounds like Adidas Creed to me. That was a minor nitpick, but it did bug the crap out of me. So other than that, this film is really, really good. I know a lot of critics have been giving this, 5 out of 5, 10 out of 10. Roger Ebert gave it 4 out of 4. I think part of that might be because I never saw the Rocky movies, but I can't go quite that high. This movie is fantastic. I would recommend it to anyone. It's not a family film. There is cussing. But, I mean, anyone at all could go into this movie, and if they don't mind cussing, they're going to take away a great experience. For me, versus other critics, maybe it's because I didn't watch the original Rocky franchise, but it didn't hit me as hard as it seemed to hit a lot of them. And I'm going 9 out of 10. I was very tempted to give this 10 out of 10. Besides a couple of very minor nitpicks, there's nothing wrong with this movie. It just didn't quite make it. So 9 out of 10. Should I watch the original Rocky franchise? Should I watch some of it? If so, what movies? Should I watch none of it? Or should I watch all of it? I don't know. I've never seen them. Let me know below. I definitely am interested in the one where Rocky apparently ends communism in Russia. That sounds just stupidly fantastic. Anyway, magic button, bye-bye.